He leaped out of his car. So basically, today's story time is about my crazy stalker who thought he owned my house. So let's get started. This story ranged from like early April, around that time is when this happened, and it was lasted for like 2 weeks. So this guy, he had a gold car, and he would always like drive in and out of our state. We never thought it was serious, we just let it go. And then it got to the point where he drove and parked in front of our house. He didn't park in the drive-thru, he just parked in the front. And then he stayed there for like days, and we were just wondering, why is this man like parked in front of the house? Like, so yeah, it didn't really make sense. And like, we were kind of starting to get worried because he was starting to do crazy stuff, like looking through the window and like walking around the lawn and all this crazy stuff. And like, it was just... And one day my mom came back from work, and the neighbors were talking to her, and they were telling her how this crazy man came to ask them for tea in their house. And while they were talking, he was having a casual conversation, and then my neighbor asked him, "Where do you live?" And you know what he said? He said my address. He said our address, where we live. And then, like, keep in mind that like we own this house, so it wasn't as if he was the landlord or anything like that. We like bought this house, we own this house. He can't move back in wherever. And my neighbor was just like, "No, you don't live there." And then he was just like, "Well, I used to live there 8 years ago, but now I want to move back."
Bruh.
No, you can't move back. Like, and then he was saying stuff about how on a certain date he's coming back to take what belongs to him, and all this crazy stuff. It just didn't make any sense at all. And my mom came back in the house, and she explained to me what happened, what the neighbor said. And we were starting to get worried, like super worried. So my mom said that if she wakes up and she sees that that car is still there, she's going straight to the police station. So the morning came, the car was still there. She walked to the police station and told them. And the policeman called him by his car plate, number plate, and they told him to move his car. So he moved his car. We thought that the sun was splitting off the stones. We thought that it was all dandy. We thought that life was getting better, you know. But little did we know, this man drove back into our compound where the house owner is supposed to park, and locked the gates. He locked the gates. At first we didn't notice, but then like I was in the kitchen with my little sister, and we were talking about what happened in the morning and the man and everything, and I heard something like if it was my mom coming into the drive-thru. So I asked her, and I asked my sister, and I said, "Can you go check if that's mom?" She went. She didn't really check properly because we have like the sitting room and the front door, so the front door glass is like blurry, so she didn't see anything, and she was like, "No, it's not mom." So I said, "Okay." She came back in. A few minutes later, I was hearing things again, and I was like, "Can you go check again, please?" This time she screamed, and I ran to wherever she was in the sitting room, and I looked out the window. The window's like a massive window, so you can see straight out to the drive-thru, and like the person in the drive-thru can see straight into you, and the curtains were open. So I was just so scared. I grabbed her by her arm. We ran upstairs. I went into my older sister's room, and she's like 13. And I told her what happened. We started ringing our mom like on speed dial. We're just ringing her. She wasn't answering. I was like, "Oh my gosh, should I call the police? What should I do?" It was just crazy. Like, it was crazy. And like my mom finally answered the phone, and we explained to her, and she goes like, "Calm down, just take a deep breath, go into your sister's room, and just wait there until I call you. That means I'm on my way." And then she called us. She was there in no time, and then she rang the police. The police came in 2 seconds. 2 seconds, because my mom went there in the morning and already told them. They came, and this man jumped out of his car. He leaped out of his car. Leaped out of his car because he saw the police. Like, it was just crazy. And the policeman was telling him, you can't do this. This isn't your property. You like, and it was so crazy. You don't live here no more. And then the man was taken to a mental hospital. I actually didn't know that he had mental problems. Wherever he is, I hope he's okay. I hope he's getting special treatment. This video isn't to bash any people with mental illnesses. But yeah, so that's basically the end of the story about my crazy stalker and how he thought he owned the house. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned to my channel for more videos every week.
I've been waiting on you all day, baby. You should just come and pull up.